Namaste. Good morning and welcome to day 3. Just a quick reminder of the playlist for today's class in the description below. We will begin today's class laying on your back body so you can make your way there whenever you are ready. Right away, just settling into your mat, into your body, putting down whatever you're carrying, to-do lists, heavy burdens, worries and stresses. Just let yourself be here right now. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today, as always. But today I invite you to receive love, to open your heart, your energy into receiving energy that will help you. Allow yourself to enjoy your life and each and every moment. Slowly begin to move the body once more, rolling out the wrists and the ankles, wiggling the fingers and the toes. Take a full body stretch, point the toes, reach the arms overhead, yawning if you need to yawn. Whenever you feel all stretched out, bring your arms back down to your sides and step your feet to the match so the knees are bent. Reach your arms overhead and gently lift the low back, some of the rib cage off the mat, open across the chest. Take an exhale to slowly release back down to the mat. Arms come to your sides. Inhale, reach them overhead, lifting the back body. Exhale, lower back down. Follow your inhale and your exhale, pressing your low back to the mat. This time, walk your feet out towards the sides of the mat and bring your arms overhead. Keeping your feet rooted, drop the knees over to the right, pressing down with the left knee. Lift yourself up, and we'll take this to the other side. So the knees are still going to be apart. The right knee will press down, bringing a stretch into the right quad. We'll move a little bit quicker with our breath. Inhale, lift the legs, and slowly exhale, drop them back to the right. Breath in to lift, and out to lower. Take a few more rounds here on your own. Bringing your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around the shins or hamstrings. Giving yourself a great big hug. Fill yourself with gratitude for arriving on your mat today. Reach the right arm overhead. Roll onto the right side body and press yourself up. Come into a child's pose. Big toes touch and knees open as wide as feels comfortable. Maybe rock the forehead from side to side, fully settling in. We'll take a couple rounds of cleansing breaths. Fill up in through the nose, feel the back body expand. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, filling right back up. And exhale, let it go. Now I invite you to take these next few moments to travel to the top of your mat, coming into Tadasana Mountain Pose. There is no rush. You can stop in tabletop, in downward facing dog, tuning into your breath with slow and steady movements. Once in your Tadasana, give yourself a full breath. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder and start to circle the left shoulder. You can switch the rotation direction. Switch directions. Noticing any sticky or sore spots. Lifting the head, switch sides. Rotating the right shoulder this time. Tuning into any sticky or sore spots. Lift the head, come through center, Tadasana. Gently dropping your chin to your chest. If this is enough, stay here, or you can add a tiny bit of extra weight, interlacing the hands behind the back of the neck. With your inhale, open the chest, lean back, squeeze the core tight, opening through the elbows. Squeeze the belly and lift the head. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale the left arm up and overhead, leaning over to the right. Bringing a little bit of a back bend here, coming in a diagonal reach. Breathe. Then dive forward, reach the left fingers to the mat, round through the back body, come all the way over to the left and reach up with the right arm, finding that diagonal reach back, a little back bend and a side bend. Take a full breath in. With your exhale, diving forward, bringing the fingertips to the mat. Heel toe the feet to a little bit wider than hip width apart. Reach for opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. You can sway from side to side, nod the head yes or shake it no. Letting go of anything that's hiding your light within you, anything that you're carrying. Bring your hands to the mat, turn the heels in, the toes turn out. Sink your hips down towards the heels. If you need, you can use a block or you can keep the hips lifted in line with the knees. Try to open across the heart, wiggling around to get fully settled in. Breathe. Ground down through the hands, lift the hips, and then step back into a plank. Lower yourself down, chaturanga halfway, and then all the way. Hands under the shoulders, untuck the toes, baby cobra, lift the heart. Straighten through the arms for cobra pose. Belly stays engaged, even as you exhale, lowering down to the mat. Press yourself up. Find a downward facing dog. Pedal out through the legs. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing breath out, open the mouth. Come up onto the toes, round forward through the spine, come to plank. Hold for your exhale in plank. Breathe in. Slow chaturanga, breathe out. Lowering down for another 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes, bringing them to a little bit wider than hip width apart. Press the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms face down in an 11. Sphinx pose. If the sensation is too much, slide your hands forward. Staying proud across the chest. If you'd like even more sensation, stretch the arms. Bring your gaze to the right. And bring your gaze to the left. Come back through center. Gaze faces forward. Slowly lower yourself onto the forearms, open the elbows. Come all the way down onto the belly, the chest, creating a pillow with your hands. Breathe deeply into the low and back body. Now, as you breathe, staying completely still, engage the muscles in the core. As you breathe in and hold as you breathe out. Find containment, find strength, build heat. Holding this tension as you breathe. We often release our muscles and soften as we breathe out. So keep them engaged here. Wiggle the thighs to touch. Then send your arms under the shoulders. Press your heart up just a little. Bring your hands back, keeping the chest lifted. Option to interlace the hands into a fist. Take a breath in, lift the chest and the toes. Breathing out, hold. Keep the fire in your belly, hold your strength, maybe lifting a little bit more. Locust pose. Wonderful job. Slowly release with your exhale, dropping the other ear to the mat, arms come to your sides. Lift the heels and tick-tock the legs, the feet from side to side. Massage the tops of the thighs. Drop your toes to the bottom of your mat, having them untucked. Bring the hands under the shoulders, press up into baby cobra, or you can find cobra pose, straightening through the arms, breathing in. Holding for your breath out, keep the belly pulled tight. Follow your breath out, lowering back down to the chest, bending the elbows. Taking your time. Follow a slow breath in and lift yourself right back up. Lift the gaze, open the heart. Close it back down as you breathe out. Once more, inhale. Ride your exhale. Beautiful job. Hands come by your ribcage, tuck the toes. Press yourself up to tabletop. Hips come to your heels. Lower the top of the head down to the mat as close to the knees as feels good in the neck. Rabbit pose. Bring your hands towards your feet or the ankles and start to lift the hips away from the heels, being extra careful with the neck. Gently pressing through the shoulder blades. One more full breath here. And you can slowly settle the hips back to the heels. Take your time, bring the hands in front of the knees, and lift yourself into a seat. Notice any sensations. If you have any knee sensitivities, extend your legs out long in front of you. Bring your hands behind your hips. Open across the chest and let your head fall back for sun worshiper. If you would like to find a sleeping hero, bring your knees to the top of your mat at least as wide as the sides. You can stay here, shoulders on top of hips, or walk your hands back behind you. Pressing up through the hips, bring your heels outside the legs. Option to lower onto the forearms, making sure that the knees and shins are firmly planted down. If you can lower all the way onto the back body, you can go ahead, maybe reaching the arms overhead, grabbing for opposite elbows. Breathe. letting yourself receive the love, the warmth of the world around you, filling yourself up, filling your cup with this practice, with every breath, with every posture, learning to get to know your body, your mind and thoughts, and surrounding yourself with love, with kindness, letting yourself receive the compassion. You can linger for as long as you need. When you're ready, and if you're all the way down, bring your arms to your sides, coming onto the forearms. Squeeze the belly tight, press up onto the palms, bringing shoulders back on top of the hips. Pause and let sensation pass. Bring your legs out in front of you. Find a comfortable seat. Bring your palms face up this time, letting yourself receive all the benefits of your practice, of all the work and your efforts that you've done. Grounding down, but also opening your heart, your arms, your life to the world around you. Letting yourself be present and immersed in every moment. Let this energy enter your energy body. Let it grow strong and stay with you for the rest of your day. At this point in time, if you'd like to journal, you can go ahead, or stay here reflecting on this energy, staying present with your breath. Now, as always, making this your practice, feel free to meditate or journal for longer. Otherwise, we'll take one final breath together. Take a deep breath in and reach your arms overhead, palms will touch. Exhale, draw your hands down to your heart space. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you and knows that they are the same. Namaste. I wish you the most beautiful day, and I'll see you in tomorrow's class.